Next, I'll sacrifice Queen's Knight, Jack's Knight, and King's Knight to summon the Winged Dragon of Ra. That's right. Today, we're going to make the Poker Knights meta. And unfortunately, we won't be using the God cards to do so. Even though this is a classic theme that Yugi often uses to enable the summoning of the God cards, they've gotten a bunch of new support in recent times that makes them functional on their own without having to play the otherwise suboptimal God cards. So today's goal will be focused on specifically making that trio of cards meta playable. Before I begin, if you enjoy these type of videos where I take these old anime decks from our childhood and try to improve them to the point where they're meta playable, then leave a comment down below that you enjoy them and what themes you want to see me tackle in the future. While there's a long list of stuff I'd like to do, I will get to it at some point, as well as like and subscribe. I know it's worth doing. Anyways, let's talk about the key cards in the Poker Knight theme. So first things first, the important part of our King's Knight, Jack's Knight, and Queen's Knight trio is that two of them are vanillas. Straight up no effect. But that's okay, we have a lot to support to make up for it. Let's talk about the one effect monster we do have, and the only one of these monsters we're going to play multiples of. That is King's Knight. When it's normal summoned while you control a Queen's Knight, you can special summon one Jack's Knight from the deck, which even by modern standards isn't a bad effect. Being able to special summon from the deck on summon is a strong ability, but with the stat line of being a light level 4 warrior means you can combo rank 4s, warrior links like Isold, and light XYZs like Constellar Pleiades together, making this a not so bad of a card. Now, these three cards alone wouldn't make for a functional deck, and that is why Yugi would have used them to summon the God cards. But as of a few years ago, we did receive a whole new wave of support of cards that work directly with the poker monsters. And my favorite would be Joker's Knight. Level 5 light with 2000 attack and also warrior. Again, really fits in that stat line we want. That says you can send in a Queen's Knight, a King's Knight, or a Jack's Knight from your deck to the graveyard special summon from your hand. And if you do, this card's name becomes the sent monster's name until the end phase. You can see here how you can send a Queen's Knight and then summon King's Knight. Bam, combo setup, special Jack Knights from the deck, and now you have level 5s on field to make Pleiades, or you have 3 warriors to make Isold and then something else. And yeah, you can kind of do whatever you see or feel is fit. It also has the ability that during the end phase, if it's in your graveyard, you can target another light warrior in your graveyard and shuffle it back to the deck and add this card to your hand. Now, what that's going to accomplish is give you follow-up, as well as recycle cards like Queen's Knight or Jack's Knight you'd rather not play multiples of. So this means you can make multiple pushes with this deck without having to play multiple copies of your otherwise bad draws, which is the vanillas, and gives you follow-up in the sense that it itself returns the hand. So this card is fantastic, and I really cannot think of a better card they could have printed to make this theme viable. That is arguable because the next one is also a doozy, and that is Joker Straight, where you can discard a card, special summon one Queen's Knight from your deck, then add one King's Knight or Jack's Knight from your deck to your hand. Then, immediately after it resolves, you can also summon one monster, so you're going to summon King's Knight there. Now, you are locked out of the extra deck rest of the turn except for light warrior monsters. But again, we have plenty of light warriors that are valuable, like we've talked about our Constellar Pleiades or Isold, so not too much of a problem immediately. During the end phase, this card's in your grave. You can target one light warrior monster in your grave. Shuffle it into the deck, and if you do, add it to your hand. So like the Joker's Knight, this will give you the ability to recycle as well as follow-up. So absolutely insane card and very good piece for this deck. Next card I want to talk about is Face Card Fusion. It is a normal spell card that's a fusion summon a light warrior fusion from your extra deck using monsters in your hand or field as material. However, if you control a Queen's Knight, King's Knight, or Jack's Knight, not all three, just one, you can use one monster from your deck as fusion material instead. You only activate one of them per turn. Now, this card doesn't lock you into the Arcana Knight Jokers, because truthfully, that card sucks. It really has a very mediocre effect, and requiring 3 materials is very inefficient. This card is light warrior fusion, so you have other options you can do. You can send, for example, a Fairy Tale Snow from deck to grave and use a hero monster in your hand to summon Elemental Hero the Shining. Or you could use a Elemental Hero Neos and a Rainbow Dragon to summon Rainbow Neos. You do have several options, so you shouldn't be confined to the logic that this is only used for the Poker Knight cards. Then the last new card I play is Imperial Power, which says you control no other monsters. You contribute it to take 2 different monsters from your deck among Queen's Knight, King's Knight, or Jack's Knight, and either add them to your hand or special summon them. So while this card is not an insane one combo like Joker Straight, it still puts 2 bodies onto the field, and that can mean making Isold pretty easily or rank 4s if we need to. There are plenty of other cards that could potentially be worth playing in this theme. For example, Thunder Speed Summon is a cool one that gives you access to the God cards, however requires playing some bricks in your deck. And unfortunately, if you play too many cards like this in your deck, you don't have space for the non-engine required to make this deck meta. But anyways, those are the main things I wanted to talk about. Now let me show you what an actual deck looks like, and I can show you all the cool synergies it has. All right, and this is the deck. And as you can see, we've got a lot of cool searchable one-ofs in here. And for that reason, we are playing a 50-card deck. What that does is it means the density of the bricks or the one-ofs in your deck you don't really want to draw are lower, whereas if you played a 40-card deck, there'd be a higher chance of drawing them. So that's what we've done here, including cards like Unexpected Die, which is not necessarily in theme, but we'll summon a Queen's Knight from our deck and then set up our King's Knight combo. I may be thinking, what are all these random cards here? Well, the equip spells do one simple thing. They are sent off Isold, a powerful monster that, importantly, special summons any warrior from the deck by sending an equal number of equip spells equal to the level of the monster you want to summon. So if we're looking to summon our Joker's Knight here to make Constellar Pleiades access and give us follow-up, we'll need to send 5 equip spells. So I am playing 6 equip spells, and I can do 5 in case I draw one of them. I'm also playing this weird hero package of Emblem Hero Burstinatrix, and Emblem Hero Neos, and Rainbow Dragon, and Fairy Tale Snow. And I know this looks incredibly strange, but there is rhyme and reason for this. So if you go second, Isold has another ability that when it's summoned, you add any warriors from your deck to your hand. That monster cannot be normal summoned or set, or special summoned, and monster of the same name can't be summoned either, or activate the monster effects the rest of the turn. So really what you add is not that useful unless you're using it as like materials for a fusion summon. And I can see where I'm going here. Because while we control one of our King's Knight, Queen's Knight, or Jack's Knight, face card fusion will let us fuse away this Emblem Hero Neos, or this Burstinatrix for any fusion. The two that I'm playing are Shining and Rainbow Neos. What Shining will let me do is send Fairy Tale Snow from deck to grave. So when I go first, I can send Snow to grave, and that'll help me to send up some disruptions. I'm also playing Rainbow Dragon, because Rainbow Dragon plus Neos will be able to make Rainbow Neos. Rainbow Neos is an incredibly powerful card that with those two monsters can be summoned, and then can use one of the following effects once per turn. Either send a monster you control to the grave to shuffle all your opponent's monsters into the deck, and a spell trap card you control to the grave to shuffle all your opponent's spells and traps into the deck, or a millet card to shuffle your opponent's graveyard into the deck. All 3 effects are bangers and very powerful, so if you can get it out with his 4500 attack stat line is very, very powerful. I'm also playing Neos Fusion because it'll do the same thing of summoning Rainbow Neos, and I'm already playing the materials, so the bricks are already there, it's worth playing. Now, it will lock you out of summoning for the rest of the turn, but that's okay, because usually Rainbow Neos will be our finisher once we get to it. Now, the reason I'm playing a second hero here, Burstinatrix, over just Neos, is we can access Burstinatrix as well via cards like Unexpected Die and Reinforcement of the Army, so I can turn on the face card fusion a bit easier. As well as Burstinatrix is a fire warrior. You can actually search it off of cards like Infernoble Arms Durendal, which can be searched off of Elmace, or it can be searched off of Renaud. Renaud can be searched off of Isold. So you can see the deck kind of coming together where it's a warrior toolbox, but a bit of a different take on it because then you start leaning into the light warrior aspect of things. The one last thing to go over is the note of Utopia Double, one of my absolute favorites. I used it to qualify for the World Championship in 2019 and something I'm kind of known for. And while trying to pull my Utopia cards for this episode, I actually, from packs, pulled a Royal Rare number 39 Utopia. At that point, I decided I have to go for the Royal Rare Utopia Double. Anyways, what does it do? Well, this light warrior, so you can push through it even when you're locked into Joker Straight. And when you summon Utopia Double, the attach material quick effect to add from your deck to your hand, 1 double or nothing. Then special summon Utopia Exceed, except itself on top of it, and then it doubles its attack. So you'll summon Utopia on top, bump it up to 5,000 attack points. Utopia will attack now at 5,000 attack, negate its own attack, then you'll use double or nothing to increase its attack up to 10,000 and give it 1 more attack. So if they leave themselves open with a monster with 2,000 lesser attack in attack mode, any level 4s will represent a 10,000 damage combination. Anyways, you can kind of see how this mishmash of pile works together. It's time to duel. Alright, we opened up Snow. We opened up a very Infernoble-esque hand. But that's fine. We don't have King's Knight, nor do we have a way to really search it. Oh god, I hope I'm not getting max seed here. Okay, so Unexpected Die should come down and give us access to... We just want Queen's Knight, right? Queen's Knight. Perfect. This can search Burstinatrix, or it can search Fireflint Lady. Probably just Fireflint, right? So then special summon them off my hand. Fireflint Lady? Yeah, Fireflint Lady. Or is it ever this? No, I mean, I don't want to tribute summon that ever. Okay. Get this out. Now I can special summon, special summon. They do have a toggle. So this will get back my... Oh, no, this will get back that. I want to get back this, or do I want to get back the Durendal? Durendal doesn't really search anything. I don't really care for a rank 4. I don't need to Anaconda because I already have Snow. So what am I going for here? I probably would rather have this back in my hand. But that being said, I think... No, Durendal's fine. I'm going to get the Durendal back. Get back Durendal. What am I going to add off of Isold? Probably King's Knight because I'll special Joker's Knight off of it. And that will give me good resources for follow-up. As well as the Utopia double play. Let's link off the 2 that aren't Queen's Knight, Jackson, King's Knight. Leave the ability to face card fusion open in case like I get hand trapped and want to draw off of talents, I guess. No reason not to. Yeah, so King's Knight I said, right? So add King's Knight. Now, even if I get stopped here, this is nice because I sent 5 cards from deck to grave. 4 Snow. Just super good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing. Cool. So I'm going to get Joker's Knight. That'll be good follow-up. And I have a bunch of spells in grave now. I can actually make Selene. So I'm going to Selene into Appaloosa as for interrupt with these. So I'll have Selene, Appaloosa. This can turn into IP. So I'll have IP into SP, a Fairy Tale Snowbook, and then Appo, which I think is pretty good. And I should gain more than enough counters thanks to good old Isolde with 6 counters. Very curious what the card in hand is. It's probably just like a Fire King Kieran. Let's remove 1, remove 2. I hate how you have to remove 1 at a time. Okay, still nothing. I don't want to chain that. I want to revive that. Yeah, exactly. If I chain it, that would have been very oopsie poopsie. Would not have been a great end result. Yeah, so link that 3 off. Appa Poopa. And then we can make IP Masquerena. Yeah, so I don't need the Anaconda. As I said, I already have the Snow. And I'm not going second. That way I can actually hold it for when I go for the next turn, right? I can Rainbow Fusion, or Neos Fusion, a Rainbow Fusion. And try pull off some cool combos there. But that's going to be it for now. I don't really need this, so I'm just going to set it as a potential bluff. This I kind of may want for follow-up, so I'm going to hold it. As well as like buffing hand trap is like fine. Because I already know this is in hand. And then, yeah, that's good enough. End phase. We get the Joker's Knight. And I'll shuffle back the Queen's Knight. Isold is not bad to get back either. But yeah, no, this will give me good plays. Yeah, because now I have this, which will send Queen's Knight next turn to summon itself. Counters Queen's Knight, and then King's Knight will get the Jack's Knight. So combo setup. A really developed follow-up. Okay. I wonder what that card is. Maybe it's... if it's not Kieran, then perhaps it's like a Labyrinth Furniture card. Yeah, maybe? I don't know. Hurley. Interesting. I'm not sure what it was supposed to be then. They're doing this in the draw phase. This is to play around Droll and Lockbird. However, this is just going to play into... what's it called? It's not playing around talents. Like, it kind of tells me he doesn't have talents in his hand, because probably whatever he summons, I'm going to negate with that Appaloosa, like either way. There's no reason not to. So yeah, I'm going to Appaloosa this. It does leave me a little weak to Anima. So there's like a world where I'm supposed to book this immediately now. They're going to max E here. So now I'm going to chain Fairy Tale Snow. That way he can't Anima me. And because this is going to have to give him a draw either way. I don't care about these equip spells. I don't think of any way getting them back. I don't need this. Right. Perfect. I'll leave the links in the graveyard for Access Code Talker potentially. This one I can actually shuffle back, so I'm not going to banish Isold like ever, unless I have to. I'm going to summon this in attack mode because versus Pearly, if you leave stuff in defense, they can keep attacking over, make it indestructible battle and keep attacking over it. In attack mode, they can crash into it. So there's downsides either way. However, given that I already have monsters in attack mode, I don't want to give them the option. It's either or. I want to commit to either all attack or all defense. Instead of them being able to do both crash or ram infinitely. Before the end of the main phase, I think we got this. I'm not going to chain IP. End phase. Let's go. All right. Still have Appaloosa for Nibiru. Pearly deck is no match. Joker straight. Don't even need that. I already have my King's Knight set up. Next. Joker's Knight. Send the Queen's Knight. Then, normal summon King's Knight.
And I choose King's Knight. Then you'll have 3 monsters. I see you're paying attention, Kaiwa.
Perfect, perfect. Next, I'll make Constellar Pleiades. Good old disruption. And I'll keep refilling the grave, and I'll make one of my favorite monsters of all time next. Not this. This would have been cool, but it doesn't do anything when a monster is face down. Overlay the 2 for Anaconda. And the cost of 2,000 life points. I get to use. Nope, not dark. Rainbow. Oh, Rainbow. Neos Fusion. To summon Rainbow Neos. Let's go.
Amazing.
Man, I pulled this in Royal Rare on like one of the first few days playing this game, and even though this card wasn't playable and still isn't like a super meta card, I was so stoked because this card is not that bad. Like in terms of the bricks you need to summon it, and once it's on the field, it's insane. Send a monster control to the grave to shuffle all my opponent's monsters. So bye bye Anaconda, and your Pearly will be biting the dust with it. Oh, I used the wrong effect. Anyways, mill a card to shuffle back the cards from your grave, I guess. And the battle phase. Nice Pearly monster. And yeah, this is more than enough to end the duel. 25, 45. Not gonna bounce my own card. Finishing with Rainbow Neos, I think, is the fitting move. There's no way this has like a finisher attack, right? I don't think it does. Let's find out. Anyways, Rainbow Neos, attack! Should have been in Pride Month. I posted this. Let's go. Joker straights, give me some King's Knight combos. And this hand drew both of our bloody heroes. Alright. But that's not to say the rest of the hand isn't bad. This is a solid 2-card combination. So first let's Rhoda check for Ash. They shouldn't ever Ash this, but it would actually be annoying here. Because if you're playing versus like a Rescueways type of deck, you wouldn't want to Ash Rhoda. Yeah, don't reveal what I'm playing. Let's get the King's Knight, and I'll have my Jack's Knight King Knight combo here. No free special summons with the Joker straight, but that's okay. That's good follow-up as well. Okay, so let's send Queen's Knight from deck to the grave. Special summon. No, thank you, Ash Blossom on that. Absolutely, positively, blah, 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 blah. I'm losing my mind. Ash, either way, Ash, screw you. No Maxis today. Stupid damn cockroach. It's only fair when I use it. Don't you guys know that? But anyways, this copies the name Queen's Knight, as you can see. So now, I'm going to get Queen's Knight, King's Knight, and Jack's Knight. And instead of summoning a god card, I'll summon a card way stronger than that. Noble Knight I sold. Alright. Jack's Knight. Take the search off this. The search here won't do too much. I can probably get another King's Knight, because Joker's Knight will shuffle back the Queen's Knight and come back to my hand if I wanted to. I can't remember. Joker's Knight trigger in my end phase only or the end phase? During the end phase. Okay, so if I detach it on their turn, I can still use it. Yeah, let's go King's Knight, I think. King's Knight. Okay. Next up, I'm going to... I mean, Renaud, right? I just go Renaud. I'm trying to think if I can leave up a monster in play for Anaconda to face card fusion for Shining, but I don't think I can. So I'm going to just, yeah, I'm going to iSold. I'm going to send one from deck to grave. And I'm going to send the good old, this, right? Overdone Burial. Yeah, Overdone Burial. Special summon from the deck, Renaud. And then a Renaud effect. If I played Promethean Princess here, it wouldn't even be a bad play. Just not sure if I have the extra space for it. This will have to do, though. For now, let's make SP Little Knight probably the best card I can make here. Yeah. SP. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Just in case we get into Beerud. May as well summon this first, because we're going to make it later anyways. Do not use the effect. Well, I guess I could have banished the Maxi from grave in case they are playing Tier. Get rid of a card for snow. Anyways, get rid of that. Bring back our Jack's Knight. Make our trusty old warrior, Constellar Pleiades. Okay. Alright, Constellar Pleiades plus SP Little Knight. I did not realize it had animation. That's kind of cool. I think this is good enough. And then we have follow-up because the Joker's Knight will come back to hand. Then we have the King's Knight set up once more. And that would lead us into plays like Utopia Double. So that should be enough to close it out. Despite drawing 2 bricks there. King of the Swamp. Okay, so probably his Terror Element. That being said, that does not warrant a response. And the King of the Swamp is a pretty poor card in Terror Elements. That being said, Guardian Chimera is crazy powerful. So I will have to be careful of that. These are great versus Guardian Chimera because they keep a monster off the field. That will let them fuse. Yeah, that will let them fuse. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Chairman Cash Chair. Oh, they're milling 2. Okay, that's means their hand isn't great. Typically, that means they're like desperate to mill broken cards. Otherwise, you would just send a fusion. Or they have a Monster Reborn type card, like a Cashier of Birth. But either way, not going to respond. Okay, they milled garbage. Normal summon Rhino Heart. Interesting, this is how they let off then. So the weird thing here is normally, like, if they didn't have Aqua's Engrave, I'd banish this. They have to fuse out of the hand. But because they have cards Engrave, this isn't actually a threat. Or it's not going to do anything by banishing it. Like, they can still fuse either way. No, I don't have negates right now. I only have removal. Senthavin is here. They can get to fusing. Yeah, Senthavinus. Probably fuse for Kit Close. Which, again, I'm going to let rock. The question will be, do I SP it or do I Pallades it? I probably SP it, right? They're doing Kaleido Heart. Okay, so whichever they target with Kaleido Heart, I will be shuffling back. It does not matter which one. No reason to trade 2 Interrupts for 1. Damn, I'm jealous of that Royal. I kind of wish I had that. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense, which means I'm going to chain bounce this. Doesn't matter what I attach. Get drop later, it doesn't matter either way as well. So that's fine. And this will be follow up next turn. Okay. Set 1, end phase. Cool. Now I get the Joker's Knight. I won't have a King's Knight or a Queen's Knight in my deck. It's actually the problem. So perhaps I'm supposed to shuffle back Isold. I'm not going to have a target for it anyways. Just to save it for next turn. This is interesting. Do I have a clear, obvious lethal shot? I don't believe so. If I go Isold, I can send and special summon level 4 from the deck. It doesn't do anything because I already used Renard. I mean, I have 5 equip spells, so I could still go for another Pleiades play. In fact, that's probably what's best. Yeah, I'm gonna shuffle back Isold. And we'll see how that turns out for now. They're thinking. But what did they keep? There's nothing engraved, right? There's nothing engraved. Okay. Might have another Maxi, which is concerning. That I don't know how well I can deal with. Because that would be the 3rd Maxi. There's 2 in the grave. Draw for turn. That means I can make a big Utopia, but that's not enough to kill them. I think this starts off with Jack's Knight or Joker's Knight either way. Send King's Knight. Special summon. Okay. So 5 equip spells in the deck. I think I'm supposed to just attack first in case there's disruption. I'm very curious what their card in hand is. This is not tier cash. Swing. Swing, bada bada. Okay, this is all connecting. Okay. So what comes next is the question. Yes, I'm gonna go Isold main phase 2. And search again. No lights in his grave, right? Yeah. SP Little Knight is a warrior. And I use the effect on summon to add from deck to hand. May as well get more follow-up. I don't have anything brilliant to add off this, but yeah, I'm probably just gonna add Red Layer because it's 2000 level 5. Or is it a Flint Lady? Probably just 2000 attack monster. And then let's send 5 equip spells from deck to grave. Deck in some more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put a second Joker Knight into play so I can get 1 back during each end phase, both of our turns. And I might go Anaconda here instead, actually, because that'll let me send face card fusion. And then I can send the snow from deck to grave, which I feel like will keep me alive if their hand is not full of starters. There, I mean, it's Poly, Unknown that's chainable, and then this card. Because I'm going to be able to shuffle back now the King's Knight again, and Jack's Knight. Yeah, so I'm going to Anaconda. Actually, use this one, because only this one counts as a thing Knight right now, King's Knight. Okay. Wait, I don't have any heroes left. Oh, I'm so silly. I was supposed to normal summon the King's Knight if I was doing this play. Oh man, what did I do? This is an Anakin moment. What have I done? Oh, I just threw the game. I just threw the game. Oh my god, this is so bad. I made the worst play possible. Pretty sure there's no targets. I don't have any heroes left. Liner, Unicorn. I'm just gonna Unicorn the back row and hope it's enough. This was terrible. Do I keep the Utopia or the red layer? Probably keep the red layer, because I don't have snow to make guaranteed rank 4 next turn. Oh my god, this is so bad. Alright, shuffle back the Queen's Knight. I guess the Jack's Knight probably. Okay. Hopefully it's nothing. Hopefully they can't do anything. Oh man, what did I do that for? I played that so bad. Is that a card? Wow, Foolish Burial Goods. Oh man. Alright, this is rough. And Trevor Karma. Why did they set a card first? It's just polymerization, right? Oh man, I would have had Pallades. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Oh no, I just played this so bad. Ah! Yeah, I should be dead if I know what they're doing. Send Havness, get Diffuse again. What was their chainable card? It's still a card we haven't seen, I guess. Which is weird. But I should be dead either way. If they go add Sharon, they can poly it away. Like, yeah, I'm cooked. Because I have the field spell plus 500 as well. Make Rokolos, get Garura, 35, 2k, 4k. Yep. Dead. If I could have just bounced this Pallades, would have lost. Would have lost. That's not the right play. Maybe they mess up as well. Maybe they mess up as well. That's what I have to go for, right? That's what I have to bank on. Mill 5. Mill 3. So mill 8 cards. Still Poly in hand. Hit nothing. All Beast Trick Clown. Oh. 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 I'm dead. Oh, I threw that game. I threw that game. Damn it, despite that weird opening hand, I should have won that game. It's alright. It's alright. Alright. Joker's Knight, all mace. I can go. This is weird. I don't really have a great line. I mean, I can do this. Rush someone from deck. Sending King's Knight because I want to save the Queen's Knight for later when I have a real play. Then I can go all mace. Target. And what all mace will do is let me re-equip a new one. Put Durendal out. Cycle the card, and then I can use the effect. I'm gonna add the Fireflint, right? Yeah, Fireflint Lady. The effect special summon. And then normal summon. Contributing this. Make Pleiades. Hopefully, this will be fine. Pleiades pass is not where I would say I ideally end on my full combo, but it's not the worst. So we'll patiently see how this turns out. Sometimes Pleiades is really good. Dark Beckoning Beast. So what is it? Sprites. If it's Sprite, their best way to play through this is with Sprite starters. So I'm going to let them resolve, let them search a card first, and then I'll bounce it, because otherwise they don't really have a way to play through this. Bounce that back. Hopefully there's nothing more afterwards. Spirit Gates is fine. That lets them add another Beckoning Beast, but doesn't do anything inherently by itself. Set a card pass. Perfect, just like I said. Now Joker's Knight adds itself back, and I really need to draw a monster. Here's the problem. I don't want to have to link this away for Isold or to tribute this. But, I mean, if I have to, I have to. I don't know if I can keep this up another turn. Draw Maxi. Alright. Defect to Joker's Knight. Special summon. I want to send King's Knight again. Damn, why can't I just draw something good there? Get this back. Am I supposed to make Isold here? Isold seems so bad. I have no way to extend with this. At all. It's probably just battle phase. And try the same thing again next turn. Lighting Grave Right. There's no Phoenix in this deck. I mean, I wonder, like, how much do I need to discard if their hand is all extenders? What is this, right? If it's Imperm, they would have just Impermed Pleiades. So do I need to kill that? Probably not. Right, I could go Anaconda. I could normal the Maxi and turn it into Anaconda. You know what? I'm gonna normal the Maxi, as unconventional it is. I think the I should have done this main phase 1 then. I should have done this in main phase 1. I mean, still doesn't mean it's not the correct play. There's also an argument actually for going IP, because if this gets stopped, then I have IP still. That's better. That's better. All right, IP Masquerena, and then end phase, add back my Joker's Knight again. Really getting max value here off Joker's Knight. I'm gonna switch this back to auto because I will need this. Okay. They're gonna have 7 in hand. We know they couldn't play through Pleiades last turn. We know they have double Beckoning Beast. And that's really all we know. So, Beckoning Beast again. No effect. Okay, so they either don't play multiple gates or they already have it. This coming down here. And if it gets stopped, then we'll go into SP. Versus Sprites, the deck is really good versus negation, but once you remove their first body, it's a lot harder for them to play. There was a world where he should have just ended his turn with 7 in hand last turn, so he could discard the Beckoning Beast and give him an extra body, an extra way to summon level 2. Now we wait and see if there's anything else. We got it. We got it. Joker's Knight comes back again. Oh, no, I don't have another... oh, Melfi. Maybe we don't got it. Maybe we don't got it. I should stop celebrating. This doesn't come back because there's no Light Warrior Engrave. Draw Ash. That beats that. I mean, it could get Callbite still, but I think we got this. All right, Joker's Knight effect. Send from Neck to Grave. King's Knight. Special summon. And then effect to bounce. I'll Ash it to deny the Melfi. If they already have one, have it, then that's rough. No, it doesn't cost, right? Yeah, and they can't use it again. This attacks. Fight. Yes, let's go. Oh, that was a very crazy grind where my hand just wasn't, like, fantastic, but we got there. That's where matchup knowledge is so important, right? Knowing how to beat Sprite is the reason I won there. Like, let's take a look at the deck, for example. Yeah, so I just pulled up my opponent's deck here, and we're looking at, like, their ways to play around our beat our board. I didn't summon a Link. They couldn't have used this. They can't use any of their Sprite monsters. I guess they could have drawn Teleport. That was their other extender. But yeah, they couldn't have used this, couldn't have used this, couldn't have used this. So yeah, their hand's clogged with Sprite type monsters, cards they can't play. Backer might have been this as well. Or this, probably. No Smashers in this deck, interesting. But yeah, knowing Sprite's weakness there was very helpful for me. I don't like Hero Kid as a card. I don't love that it forces you to play like this many bricks, because his hand could have been clogged with cards like this. Whew. Crazy game. Okay, we're up against Mako Tsunami here. We lost the roll. Hand is pretty solid though. We got Unexpected Die, Rhoda, Peel Bauer, and Maxi. Overdone Burial's not terrible. Holy shit. Yeah, I chain Maxi, right? This is not Paleo because 40 cards. I hope I don't get Gammed. If I get stopped, it's not the end of the world, I guess. Okay. Didn't get stopped. What don't I want them to summon? Probably level 4? I don't know. I have no idea what I'm supposed to call. The fudge is that? Junk Collector, banish this card. The field and one normal trap in your grave and apply that banish trap card's effect. What the hell? Okay. What is happening? Especially in Runic, they didn't chain it, which is even more confusing. Frost Snow. Alright, that's pretty good. Because I can send that with Overdone Burial to revive Maxi. Just put it in grave. Send a rollback. What the fudge is happening? What is happening? I'm so confused. Okay. By hand. This hand is all 3 targets. That's awful. Hand is fine, I guess. What do they discard? Evenly matched. What the fuck just happened? I am very confused. Very, very confused. You can banish this card from the grave. Activation requirements must still be correct. I don't have a trap in grave for the targets. They can't even use this, right? They're just dead, right? I'll send King's Knight because I don't have anything I can do with the. Yeah, I don't have my combo anymore. I have 4 equip spells left, right? Yeah, I still have 4. So here I go. I sold. I'm gonna go effects to search. Hopefully they don't quit. I have neck to hand. I'll add, I don't know, a hero monster, right? Yeah, this hero monster. Or Stun and Tricks, whatever. Because I have Neos Fusion. And then let's send 4 equip spells from neck to grave. 1, 2, 3, 4. Special summon from deck. I may as well get a vanilla. They can't pop it. No, they can pop anything. I'll get Imperial Bower, whatever, it doesn't matter. Then I'm gonna go special Fireflame Lady. Then I can special Renaud. This will get me back Overdone Burial or Living Fossil. Either or to make Utopia double. Get back Living Fossil, I guess, doesn't make a difference. This is me recycle Light Warriors better, so I'll get this back because I can put the Joker's Knight in the grave. I can do one in their end phase and one in my turn. And then I just need to make a link. So I'm gonna go Unicorn just in case I need to attack directly anyways. 1, 2. I'll discard the Joker's Knight, or I can discard Durendal. Discard Durendal. No, I have to keep the Joker's Knight because I have the Overdone Burial. Then I can Overdone Burial, discard the Joker's Knight. And let's revive good old King's Knights. Then I can overlay 4. Number 39 Utopia double. And play around Veiler. I'll go to the battle phase. Effect. Attach. I'll get Utopia double. All right. Overlay on top Utopia. And I'm not mistaken here. Nothing does anything, right? I can attack. Negate my own attack. Attach my King's Knights. Then I can use double or nothing. Go up to 10,000 attack points. 10,000. Utopia double. Oh man. Okay. I have no idea what my opponent was doing there. If any of you have any idea what my opponent's deck was supposed to be, let me know. But I have to include this because I got Utopia double off, right? All right, guys. So that is the Poker Knights deck. And some final reviews after playing this deck now for a few matches. I'm wondering if I should change the approach of the mixed breaker hand trap strategy to a more full-on hand trap strategy. I say that because you'll notice we didn't really get to use Utopia double at all. And I think that is partially because no decks in this current format leave monsters in attack modes that are vulnerable to Utopia double unless you hand trap them. I think this deck would maybe mesh better with hand traps than the Talon's Thrust approach. I thought that Thrust Search Joker Straight would come up maybe as an option, although I never really needed to do that. Maybe I'm overthinking that synergy, just something to think about if you want to take on this deck for yourself. But the brickiness of Restrainer Tricks actually wasn't that bad. I was finding that the heroes were not bad to draw, because turn on Face Guard Fusion made Anaconda plays live, and Rainbow Neos is solid utility in a bunch of different game states. It's just a good option to have in your back pocket, and I was very happy to have it, even if it wasn't like the shining star in any games. Now, that being said, the best card in this deck is obviously still Isold, which is not a Poker Knight card. It's just like, yeah, it's a deck of lights and warriors. The best light warrior in the game is Isold. So it's no surprise that we're going to be using this card here. Anyways, if you want to see more videos like this, please make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below of what themes you want to see me take on next. I'll see you all next time. Peace.